Hello and welcome to Plague Projects. I'm Brenda from the YA department at the Antioch Public Library District. Today we will be folding some origami animals. We will start off with an easy to fold fox and move on to a more complicated turtle. My reluctant assistant Noah will be helping me show you guys how to make these. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so we are here ready to do our folding with Noah, my involuntary volunteer. The first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be folding a fox. So a fox origami here. This first one, we're starting out with something easy. So if you haven't done any origami before, this is a good one to start with. All right, so the first thing that we do is we make sure that these corners are touching. So make sure that they're nice and even and not crooked. And then we fold down this bottom edge here. Okay, you got it?
Hope so.
Okay. So then we will fold this triangle in half, like that. So to make sure these two edges here are touching. Okay, Steven? All right, so then we open it up and then we make sure that this bottom edge is touching this crease that we just made. And then we fold up like this. So make sure that it's nice and even, that it's touching the crease but not going over the crease. And then we fold that little piece of paper that was bubbled like there. And then we do the same thing for this other side. So this bottom edge needs to be touching this crease here. Okay, so once we have this diamond shape like this, what we want to do is we want to fold this top part under. So then we fold it under. We make sure that these bottom points are even and touching. And then once we have those like that, so that they're not crooked, we will fold this top edge. Okay, you got it? All right. So now what we have is we have this triangle with these open edges on the top part and these open edges on the side. What we want to do from here is to move it sideways like this. Okay. So once we do that, we take this first layer of paper and we fold it like this. So we want to fold it up so that this edge is at the center of this point. So we fold it up like that. You see how the edge here is at the center of the point? Once we do that, we fold up and then we make the crease. All right, so now we've got kind of like this shape here. So the next thing that we do is we take this middle layer, and this middle layer is made up of 4 pieces of paper. You take the two, so you take the center of that, and we fold this in like this on the edge of this paper here. So we fold it in like that. Okay, so once we have made that crease. Have you made that crease, Noah? Okay, so then we want to fold this down. So make sure that this point is kind of lined up with this center here that we see. So we fold down and then make creases. Good job, Noah.
Thanks.
All right, so then after we do that, we will fold the tail. So you want to make this edge even. So make sure that it's, when you fold it up, that this side of the tail is touching this here. So you go like that, and then you fold the edge, and there you go. You have your fox here. So then after this, what you can do is you can make little eyes, you can make the ears, you can decorate it any way that you want with whatever utensils you have. Okay, so now we're going to do the turtle. This one is a little bit more difficult than the fox one. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing that we do is we fold it so that this point and this point here are touching. Okay, make sure that it's not crooked in any way before you fold it, or else your origami turtle will be crooked. Okay, so now what we do is we fold it in half. So we want this corner and this corner to be touching. Okay, so now we open it up and then we fold it so that this edge is touching this crease. Okay, now we open it up. We open it up in the middle here. And then what we'll do is we'll have this point folded in so that it touches this corner. And it makes a diamond. Okay, so you have that, Noah? Mm-hmm. So now we turn it over, and then we do the same as we did before. We have this edge touching the crease here in the middle. Okay, and then we do the same thing that we did before. We open it up. We open it up in the middle, and then we fold it in. Make sure that you have a good hold on this side of the triangle, or of your turtle. Oh, you're going faster this time.
You're just slow.
I'm just trying to get this to look okay. Okay, so now we have a diamond shape. So then what we'll do is, the way you want your paper to be is so that this folded edge where all these folds meet like this, you want that to be at the top and these like open pieces of paper to be down at the bottom. Then what you want to do is you want to take this bottom edge here and fold it so that it touches this middle crease, not this edge and this way. You don't want to do that. That is a common mistake. We have figured that out. Okay, then you do the same with the other side. Okay, then what we want to do is you want to fold this triangle downwards. Like that. You don't want to fold, you know, these little pieces. You just want, they want the crease to be right at that edge. Okay, so then we open it up, open it up, open it up. And then we want to take this first layer of paper and lift it upwards. So we're lifting. And then we want these edges of the paper and this edge to be touching the middle. So you want that edge to be right at the center crease. So both those edges right at the center crease. Are you getting it, Noah?
I don't think so.
Okay. So open it up. You want to make sure that the corners are kind of staying where they're supposed to be staying. And then you're folding it in the middle like that. You can do the other side. Okay, so you do need a pair of scissors for this one. What you want to do is you want to cut the middle of this portion down to about, like, let's say like a centimeter, like there, more or less. One thing you need to keep in mind is this portion of your turtle, because it is pretty easy to cut that. So you just want to make sure you don't have that in the path of your scissors. So I'll cut that first. And your turn. Okay, so these will now be your front flippers. So what you want to do is you want to fold them so that they're sticking out. So the way that you do that is you kind of keep a hold of where the cut ended, and then fold it out like that. Just make sure it's kind of, you know, straight, parallel to the crease, and then fold it down. And do the same for the other side, making sure it's even. Got it, Noah? Mm-hmm. All right, so now we're gonna fold the head. What I do is I flip the legs over like this, just so that you have full access to the little triangle that's going to be the head. What we're going to do is we're gonna make a pleat here in the middle. So what we do is we fold it in and then back out so that it looks like the head is kind of just sticking out there. So what we'll do is we'll fold in, leaving, let's say, about like maybe a centimeter or so sticking out still. And then what we do is then we fold it back out, and we do want quite a bit of the paper to stick out over the end. So then we flip back our flippers, and then that's what the result is. So you see how that looks like it's just sticking out there instead of part of the what's going to be the shell? Okay, you got it, Noah? Mm-hmm. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the bottom flippers. So again, what we want is we want the triangles, or we want a triangle to be sticking out from the side of the turtle. So it doesn't really matter where, just as long as you have a triangle sticking out like that. So I folded it up, mine up to here, and then all you want to do with the other side is just make it even. So just make sure that it's parallel, more or less. Okay, so the next thing that we do is you fold in the sides. We just want to fold in these triangles so that they're touching this middle portion of the body. We'll do that same thing for the other side. Okay. And then we have to fold the tail. The tail is the same thing as the head. So we fold in and then we fold out, except for this time we just want a little bit of the piece of paper to be sticking out at the end, because that's going to be the tail. See? So that is your turtle. Show them your turtle, Noah. Okay, so it does turn out pretty good. What you can do now is you can draw like the hexagons on the shell. You can color it, put a little face on it. This one is a little darker, or not darker, harder to do than the fox. We did multiple attempts at this.
Not really, she's lying.
Well, we did multiple attempts. The multiple attempts were had. It is a little bit of a difficult thing to fold. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We will be doing more of these, not origami per se, but other activities. So thank you for watching and goodbye.